Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my Commanders Draft Recap 2024. We had a really solid draft, and like I said in my DC Sports Digest, I want to do a completely separate recap video and kind of just give my, full thoughts. So without further ado, let's get started. So, obviously, our first pick, Jayden Daniels, that is a really solid pick. It was what the consensus was at the time, but Adam Peters and the Commanders never really showed their hand. But still, even through all this controversy, he's still our QB. I'm really happy with the pick. And then at number 36, we really just do something I was not expecting. We get Johnny Newton, defensive tackle from Illinois. I was not even really paying attention to any defensive tackles because, we have Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne. But he is a really great third defensive tackle. Should not have been there at number 36. He was supposed to go in the teens of this draft, but the run on QBs and receivers, the run on offensive players just kind of allowed him and a few other people to drop. Yes, I like him as our third tackle guy, or you could run it like some. I think you could have. They're gonna have some time where it's gonna be all three. Johnny Newton, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne are all going to be off on there. It's overall really surprising, but really solid pick at 36. And then after that, we had traded pick 40, 60, not pick 40, pick 78, and pick 152 for pick 50, pick 53, and pick 161. So we basically got 2 seconds for the 2/3 and did a 5th-round pick swap. So it's a solid trade, but I think I'm more upset about it because it was done with the Eagles, and just based on the players available, we could have gotten Cooper DeJean or Kool-Aid McKinstry. But still, with number 50, we got cornerback Mike Sainristil, who Nick Saban said is pound for pound best player in the draft. He is on the smaller side, but he is really good, and he's going to make a huge impact here in Washington. So I really like the pick. And then the thing about that is it also gave us another pick in the second round where we could get help at another position, which we did with tight end Ben Sinnott, who's a really solid option, really starting to create on people's boards as the consensus tight end too, potentially near the end of this draft process. Because obviously it was Tavion Sanders for a while, but this guy's a better blocker. I mean, obviously, could use a bit better improvement in blocking, but they were talking about how he's kind of a combination of George Kittle and Kyle Juszczyk, which is really cool. He can be used in a lot of different ways, and also benefit from the tutelage of Zach Ertz. I'm really excited about this pick. And then finally at picks, and then going on to round 3, pick 67, we go with Brandon Coleman, guard/tackle. I think we want to have him as a tackle from TCU. Obviously, not when I expected us to go with tackle. That's one takeaway. I thought we were going to go tackle a lot earlier. Obviously, we tried to trade up, but I think they didn't want to give up too many assets. They would have had to give up one of these second rounders probably at least to get a tackle. And we still were able to get a tackle here at 67. We'll see what happens if he comes a tackler, stays a guard. It's still not the greatest. We're still not in the greatest spot with that tackle position. So that's probably just one of the more unfortunate things about this draft. We couldn't trade up for a tackle, but we were able to bolster some other positions. It's just you really want to protect Jayden Daniels. But still, he still could be a solid option. We did get a tackle. We didn't just have Cornelius Lucas be our left tackle right now. And then at pick 100, we went with Luke McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey's brother at receiver, who I think will be a solid option. He probably seems like people think he's going to be a slot receiver, which is kind of where I feel like a lot of people wanted Jahan to be. So maybe he'll break out from the outside, so I don't know. So he's either obviously wide receiver 2 or 3, probably wide receiver 3, but still a really solid pickup. It's just we passed on someone like Troy Franklin, which maybe they didn't like because they really went off their board and going with best player available, like with the Johnny Newton pick. So I think that's how we ended up landing Luke McCaffrey. And then going on to day 3, we picked Jordan McGee, really athletic, physical linebacker. Probably going to start on special teams, but maybe he'll probably make his way up there, Again, you passed on someone like Jeremiah Trotter, but Junior, but this could still be a solid option. Then at 161, we went with safety Dominique Hampton, another athletic guy. That's another theme. It's so many athletic guys and a lot of captains that we draft. So another example of that. Get some more depth at safety, and then finally at round 7, we got Javonte Jean-Baptiste at edge. Kind of surprised he's still there, but could be a solid pickup there at edge rusher, another position we were maybe thinking of getting. And yeah, I'll go over some of the undrafted free agents. We got Sam Hartman, Austin Jones, running back, AJ Woods, a corner. We got 2 corners, AJ Woods and Chigozie Anusiem. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. 2 safeties, Tyler Owens, Ben Nickel. We got a receiver, Marcus Rosemy, Jack Saint. Another running back, Michael Wiley. Defensive tackle, Norrell Pollard, and another offensive tackle, David Noah. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Yeah, we got some decent undrafted free agency. I think some of them at least have a chance to make practice squad or maybe a shot at the team, but we'll see. And yeah, overall, I think I would give us a grade of like A minus, I think, because like we made some good choices, maybe passed on a few deals, but that's kind of what I've kind of learned from this draft. The teams have different draft boards than the consensus of fans and analysts. Just because this is the way some people fell and some people were picked earlier than usual. Teams just kind of viewed things differently. So that's kind of what happened like this with us passing up on some people. The questionable trade with the Eagles, but I still think it's a decent trade. It's just passing on 2 first-round graded corners. But we still got a really solid corner, Mike Sanders, still. Yeah, so that would be my grade. And I wanted to kind of compare to my mock drafts that I've done. I thought Navy would be pretty similar, but honestly, it really wasn't, as you can see here. Obviously, I picked Jaden Daniels a couple of times, but besides that, the only other person I picked Mike Sanders still one time at pick 100 there. And I did not pick anyone else. I thought Navy I picked Ben Sinnott one time, which is, I think that's really surprising. I thought I would have picked him at least once or twice. I picked a lot. I feel like I picked all the other tight ends. I never picked Ben Sinnott, so I'm sorry, Ben Sinnott. I know you're gonna do good here. But yeah, no one else. There's no one else I really expected us to pick. So yeah, that's my draft recap. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yes, I've really enjoyed this draft process. And then coming up next, we're gonna have some mini camps and workouts that are still going on. I think actually the schedule release is going to come out early May. And then we're going to get to training camp in 2 or 3 months. That'll be really exciting. Yeah, and then I'll be almost the whole off season. So we're making some progress up to next season. So see what happens next season. Overall, the draft went pretty well, but not perfect, which is obviously expected. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.